So Merry Christmas from Gidget, Daisy, Bunky's Workshop. I say Merry Christmas on February 10th because this is my Christmas present. You may recall, if you go back in some of the previous videos, that Bunky and I have an InMotion V11 electronic unicycle. So for Christmas, I had asked for another model. This is from Kingsong, the S22 electric unicycle. Now there's a story behind this, which is that this is actually the second unit we received. The first unit we got from UCO, the Electric Unicycle Collective, an online company. We got it, and when we opened it, there was a problem with the battery. Usually these things arrive pretty fully charged, and the battery when the first unit arrived was at like 11%. We plugged in the charger, and it wasn't charging. So we immediately got in contact with UCO, because we didn't want to lose the warranty, and we told them what was going on, and they worked with us. They made some suggestions from their engineers. The suggestions didn't work, and I said, look, I'm just not comfortable. I don't feel safe riding this. So they sent us a packing label, and we shipped it back to them. And this is the second new model. We know it's new because Bunky and I checked the serial number. It's a different serial number, so a different model. And when it arrived, we saw that it was charged almost 70%. And we plugged in the charger, and it made the fan work. And when I checked the app against the, once it connected to this unit, I saw that it was indeed charging. So good work, UCO. We're really pleased with how you responded to our concerns, and we're grateful that it worked out. So at the moment, I'm satisfied. We had already taken it out of the box. We've done our unboxing, but here we are. So I wanted to draw your attention to a few features. One of the differences, again, this is from Kingsong, not InMotion, but Kingsong, the model is known first for its suspension. And, Bunky and I both learned to ride on electric unicycles on the V11, which had a suspension. And so I'm not really sure I could go to a electric unicycle that doesn't have suspension. So you can clearly see the shocks here. Another thing that this is very well known for is most electric unicycles up to this model had 100 volts. This model was completely trend-setting because it was up to 124 volts, meaning you get far more bang for your buck out of the battery. So a reason that I asked for this model, and to be honest, it was between the InMotion V13, which is a company we knew already, and this model. This model can get up to about 45 miles an hour, whereas the InMotion V11, about 36 miles an hour. That's certainly more than I need because I rode my V11 over the summer and actually had a concussion because I was going too fast and it plopped out on me. The other thing is because of the 124 volt that you get further distance. So on my V11, I get about 55 miles. This gets up to about 70 is recorded. Now, I was comparing it to the V13, and originally I was going to get the V13, which goes about 60 miles an hour and about 150 mile range. And I thought, what am I, nuts? I already had a concussion. I had a wipeout. Went to the ER. I don't need to be going that fast. I'm 52 years old. It's time to act my age. So we settled rather on the S22. And I'm very happy with the shocks. I think you can see that it has the backlighting. That's a safety feature because while you're riding on the road, you certainly want to be conspicuous. It has, when it stops, it will have a brake light, and it will sense when you're turning and also have a turn light. The front, these have headlights, which you can see are adjustable up and down. They're very powerful headlights, and I don't know that you want to do a lot of riding at night, but they're good to have if you're riding and you're further away than you think and dusk captures you. So we're going to, having unpacked it, I'm going to meet you outside and we're going to do our maiden voyage. So,
are you able to demonstrate the headlights?
I'll have to get the...
Where's your phone?
The phone with the app on it. I don't know where my phone is.
Oh, okay. I think I left it. I will get your phone.
Notice these knobby wheels. You can notice that they are rather well built for probably more off-roading. Bunky and I pretty much ride on the road, but nevertheless, and as you see, it connects to the unit by an app on your phone. I'm connecting to the unit, and he asked me to turn the lights on and off, which I do from the unit. Again, the lights are very bright. Daisy and the Gidget, both the girls really don't like the noise of the beeping, so they're coming for comfort, which is precious. But that's another plus, and it's certainly a safety feature.
Okay, so I guess we'll meet them outside.
Okay.
All right, back in a minute.
Okay, so I'm ready to take my maiden voyage. One thing that Bunky and I noticed is that you can see this pedal is sticking up. There are two hinges here, and one hinge isn't adhering correctly. I don't think it's a grand concern because, first of all, when I put my weight on it, my considerable weight on it, it'll come down. And the other thing is my habit is to start with my right foot and then place my left foot on it. So this will be literally my first time on it. So, let's hope for the best. Remember, this is 70 pounds, so...
And it's turned on?
It takes some balance. Yes.
Okay.
Notice it can also ride on our very sandy and soft ground. But the ground is uneven, that was on me. So, let's start up again.
So how does it feel compared to the InMotion V11?
It feels very smooth. I thought the turning was also very smooth. Were you able to notice when I was turning, did the turn signal in the back automatically come on?
I will focus on that one.
Okay, let's try this.
I see the brake lights.
Did you see it?
I saw brake lights.
But not the turn signal? Okay, I think I may have to learn more about it. I'll be honest, this is a little bit of a tight or narrow area, but I'm really not comfortable getting on the road with cars just yet. I want to feel a little bit more comfortable with this.
All right, we'll just practice on it.
Okay. Do you remember when we were learning and we spent all evening making left turns, and then we realized we didn't know how to make a right turn? So I was trying to make sure I do left and right turns.
Justin just came out if you want to show him your new toy.
So Justin, I have a new toy. It's my second use. All I can offer right now are some initial impressions. It certainly felt very smooth. This thing is heavy. That's helpful because where we ride, there are trucks or cars that can go by well over 60 miles an hour, and you don't want to get blown over. So I like its heaviness. And to be frank, it's been cold recently. I haven't ridden my Ute in a while, so I might not be practiced. Another impression I have is this handle seems a little bit less or more unwieldy, less wieldy than the handle of the V11. I was walking it back, and the way it is, it's a little harder to control when you're walking it.
I've heard they say
controlled.
if you walk it backwards was better than forwards.
I'll have to practice that. So, yeah, I mean, these are all just initial impressions, so I have to think. Another is that I am impressed with Yuko's response, the company that sold it to us. I think they did right by us, and they did dealing above the table. They tried to make us happy. Even as I say that, I am not happy about this wheel, rather this pedal, and
It just doesn't stay down. It springs right back up.
the reason that can be a concern is because, as I said before, I start with my right foot on and then put my left foot on. But, you know, if something should happen during the ride and it springs up, that could be a real danger trying to get the pedal back down. Now, Craig and I might have to fuss a little bit. These are only initial impressions. I'm very pleased with the brake light. That's a feature I didn't have on the V11, so that's certainly a safety feature. I'm impressed with the headlights. You can see that you can adjust them so they focus closer to the Duke or further away. I like that. Look at this knobby, built for off-roading tire. That's impressive. And I like how it handled. I was doing those figure eights, those donuts in the driveway, and I think it handled pretty good. Clearly, I have a lot to learn, and I'm looking forward to practicing on it. But I'm delighted with my initial impressions, and I'm looking forward to having a great time riding it. So, I hope this was informative, and while it wasn't necessarily a review, more of an unboxing and telling my story, share your stories, your impressions, or your questions in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you have any questions that I didn't answer in this, and let me know what impresses you or what we could have done better. Until then, I'm Bunky's hubby, and thanks for welcoming us into your lives. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on YouTube. Bye now.